Hey there, Justin here, and thank you for clicking on this video. This video comes with a very fun drinking game. Every time I say something stupid or I mispronounce something, take a shot and let me know how sloshy you get in the comments below. Look, I know I can't speak. I suck at speaking, okay? I'm working on it. Leave me alone. Anyway, have fun. Bye! Platinuming Final Fantasy X is painful. Almost a year ago, I decided to take on the awful task of completing one of my favorite Final Fantasy games of all time. And let me tell you, I am never doing this again. I am so glad that these trophies carry over to all platformers, because I would lose my goddamn mind trying to go for this again. And let me just say, it was the most satisfying platinum trophy I have ever received. So you may be asking, why? Why would I go to such lengths to complete a game that is so taunting and frustrating and that would take me so long to do? Well, first off, content. Secondly, I was on this drive to complete all of my favorite games on the PS4, and that does include Final Fantasy X. I made a mistake in my ranking video stating that Final Fantasy X didn't have much side content, but I was so fucking wrong. From the Chocobo race, to the blitzball, to the monster arena, Final Fantasy X is packed with shit to do, especially in the remaster. This game can take you months to complete depending on your schedule and free time. Doing the blitzball shit alone took me an entire day, and I was just lucky that I was hurt that day to have an excuse to do absolutely nothing. I got the platinum trophy back on September 4th of 2023, and why am I just now making a video on it? Well, laziness. And I have a clip of me beating the final super boss, and I have nothing to do with it. Oh, don't worry, I'll play it for you later, but I want to go back and describe my journey on how I accomplished one of the most tedious platinum trophies I have ever done since Birth by Sleep and the game we don't talk about. Now, just a side note, the footage that you're seeing is not of the original run. I didn't think about recording my journey, so I had to go back and re-record some stuff. But for now, sit back, relax, and as always, enjoy my suffering. The road to Final Fantasy X's Platinum Trophy is actually fairly straightforward. In total, including the Platinum Trophy, there are 34 trophies to obtain, and almost all of it can be done in a single save file if you're careful and pay attention. I first beat the game back in July of 2021, gaining all 6 main story trophies along the way. During my playthrough, I also gained a few various trophies, like finding an Albed primer, steal with Riku 200 times, and dealing 9,999 damage in a single attack. So off the bat, I have 9 trophies out of 34, and that's just from the main story. I still have 25 more to go for all the extra stuff, hence why this platinum is so intimidating and why I've put it off for so long. From what I can see, I can take this on in 5 separate chunks. 1. The celestial weapons and the minigames attached to them. 2. All the optional aeons that I still need. 3. The monster arena collection. 4. Extra collectibles that are optional. And 5. Prepping for the super bosses and fighting the super bosses. If I stick to this format and just focus on these goals, I will have the platinum trophy in no time. I decided to start off by tackling the mini games for the first goal, and I decided to start with the Chocobo racing. Commonly known that it controls like ass, I knew I was in for a tough ride. I finally get past all the training and decided to take the time to watch the epilogue that I never watched, netting me 2 more trophies. The next day, I decided to take on the Temple Chocobo race. For a trophy, you need to get all 5 chests and win the race, and this one is a bit tricky, but the more I ran the course, the more I got used to the controls and ended up getting it no problem. The next day, however, is where things get serious, because for a trophy and an important item, you need to beat the Chocobo race in under 0.0.0. Not exactly, but you need under 0.0.0. Basically how the race goes, you and the trainer race on a course with balloons and birds. The Chocobo auto runs, and you need to collect balloons and avoid the birds. The more balloons you collect, the more is knocked off your time, but the opposite happens for when you get hit by the birds. This is extremely difficult and takes a lot of patience, but eventually I get it as well, and the item I need for Tidus's ultimate weapon. Here's a quick explanation on the Celestial or Ultimate weapons. They're the character's uber powerful weapons, and they are needed for the super bosses, such as the Dark Aeons, Omega, and Nemesis. You need the weapon itself, the crest, and the sigil. The weapon and the crest, usually you can find them on the ground or have some minor quests to get them, but the sigils are the true ticket on why some players hate going for these, because you have to play various minigames and get certain scores. We will be going over the sigils at least, but if you want to know how to get all the weapons, the Celestial Mirror, and the crest, I would check out the Jagged guides. It's my #1 guide on almost all Final Fantasy games, and they do a great job. The only crest I will mention is the Sun Crest for Titus. Yes, I'm calling him Titus, leave me alone. Mostly because I didn't get it on my initial playthrough, so it is guarded by Dark Bahamut. The thing that I need to help beat the thing is also guarded by the thing. Inconveniently, this isn't the only thing that is guarded by one of these Dark Aeons, so prepare to see this in a bit. I also went ahead and bought all of the spheres from the Luca Theater for an easy trophy before moving on to the next day. The next couple days were focused specifically on getting Yojimbo, I think that's how you say his name, I'm not sure, and spending 100,000 or more gil in bribes. I was also focused on the monster hunting quest, which requires us to capture monsters for the monster arena, and the Cactuar Village quests that get Oron and Riku both their celestial weapons. Then, it was time for the ultimate sport. And that's as much as I'll play to avoid copyright. We have to take on Blitzball for almost everything for Waka. This includes his celestial weapon and overdrives. Now, full disclosure, Blitzball isn't terrible. I just knew it was going to be an all-day task to understand how it works, multiple resets to get the correct matches, and finding the best strategies to get it done as quickly as possible. Once again, I'm just lucky I was injured that day and have an excuse to lay around. But the first thing we need to learn is the eject shot, not just for the trophy, but also to use it in the Blitzball games. After learning the shot, we head off for the matches. Surprisingly, I actually picked up Blitzball rather quickly. Sure, I had help picking a good team, but once I understood what everything meant on screen, it was actually kind of fun learning the mechanics. I know Blitzball isn't fantastic to a lot of people, but even replaying it for this footage, I was having a good time. I'll definitely need to do this for future playthroughs. Anyways, a few tournaments later, we get the World Champion for Waka, which nets us the Celestial Weapons Trophy. Apparently, you only need to get the weapons in order to obtain it. We also get the trophies for winning both a Blitzball match and tournament, and we unlock all of Waka's overdrive slots. 5 down, 13 more to go. We still need to complete Titus, Yuna, Lulu, and Kamari Celestial Weapons, and these will be fun. Starting with Kamari, you need to complete this butterfly minigame, and full disclosure, this sucks. You need to be extremely accurate and get all the blue butterflies and avoid the red butterflies in order to get the treasure in time. I ended up using a guide in order to get the correct footing, and I just could not get the mapping down because the camera angle does not help with where the butterflies are. After getting that done, however, we move on to Lulu, whose method is extremely infamous. The Thunder Plains. Yep, y'all saw this one coming. In the Thunder Plains, lightning has a chance to strike. When the screen flashes, hit X to jump out of the way. You get various rewards depending on how many you dodge in a row without getting hit, or checking the chest by the inn. So how many do you need to dodge in order for Lulu's weapon? Oh, you know, only 200, and there's no counter. Good luck. This only took me an entire morning, however. My best advice is to use this spot to guarantee when the lightning will strike, and to do it at your own pace. Turn off the music, relax, and get into a loop that you are comfortable with. Do it in chunks, take your time, pause when you need to, and you will get it no problem. Yeah, fuck you, I'm not doing this again. This does, however, earn us the trophy. We only have 2 more characters to get their ultimate weapons, Titus and Yuna. As mentioned before for Titus, yeah, we be kinda screwed. But for Yuna is a whole other problem. In order to get hers, you need to clear the Ramim temple fights, which is fighting the Aeons we have on staff. Now this requires us to have all but 1 Aeon, but the specific Aeon we need is locked until we open all of the Destruction Fear chests in all of the temple, which includes Besaid. And I think you know where I'm going with this. Besaid Temple is guarded by Dark Valor 4. We be doing great over here in the sanity department. So for now, we decided to head into the Omega ruins instead to clear it in the meantime, including defeating Omega and using Kamari to learn Nova to get the Learn All Enemy Abilities trophy. We also beat as many Aeons as we can, and we even get the 99,999 damage trophy with Bahamut. It was at this point, however, I needed to face the facts. I needed to beat at least Dark Valor 4 in order to make progress. It took some doing, but eventually I did get it done with various summon overdrives and Riku's overdrive. And I know I'm not showing off me defeating them, but these fights were very, very clutchy, and frankly, I don't remember my setups and how I beat them a year ago. So here's me losing the fights, but doing this also allowed me to do a few things. First, we got Anima, then we got the Magus Sisters by beating them in battle, netting us 3 trophies in a row, and Yuna's Celestial Weapon. Also, with unlocking Besaid Village again, we can get the final Jek Sphere. I obviously got it already, but here's me getting the trophy. I somehow also clutched the Bahamut fight, giving me access to Titus's Celestial Weapon. And here is me losing. I am not going toe-to-toe with this dude again, man. That took me too fucking long. The last set of collectibles is the Albed primers spread all over Spira, and this is what I mean when I say you can probably get all the trophies in a single playthrough if you are careful. You see, there are a couple primers that are completely missable if you walk past them, the Albed base and the Bevel Temple. Unfortunately, I was missing the ones from the former, so this means I needed to play a new save file. Luckily, I had a save file that was at least an hour away, but I had other stuff to do in the meantime. So I went ahead and bought the Vita version of the game and transferred the save data to play it while I was out and about. Was this necessary? Well, no, but I wanted it for my collection anyway, so I'll take what I can get. I got it, transferred it all over, and got the trophy. We only have 5 trophies left, including the Platinum. We have bosses to beat, we have monsters to collect, and we are so close and went through so much. The lightning dodging, the blitzball, the butterflies, all of that was the fun part. Now, we have to take on a task so tedious that this took me so fucking long to get. Remember the Sword and level 99 trophy? Remember any RPG that makes you max out at least one of your characters or all of your characters? That is child's play compared to this right here. This is the Sphere Grid, Final Fantasy X's unique leveling system. You gain AP after battle and you use sphere levels to move around this map. In a normal playthrough, this is extremely fun and unique, but getting 2 trophies requires you to max out everyone's sphere grid, including the empty nodes. This is so goddamn tedious, but it will definitely help me when taking on the final super bosses. So, I did it. Using the battle arena to my advantage, I filled every node on everyone's grid. This took me several nights of grinding, but I did it, getting 2 trophies in the process. My god, don't ever do this if you have some sanity left in you. This sucked. But now that I'm mid-maxed, it's time to finish the remaining Dark Aeons. Ifrit, Ixion, Shiva, Anima, Yojimbo, and the Magus Sisters. Mid-maxing stats made these bosses not too terribly difficult, but still fairly difficult to say the least. Then, it was time for Nemesis, the original final super boss for the OG Final Fantasy X. Once you get all the monsters for the arena and defeat them, you unlock Nemesis. He is extremely dangerous and may take some time to figure out. If you think you can go in and spam overdrives, you are out of your goddamn mind. You use an overdrive on him, he will counter you heavily. And he is extremely dangerous. I sound like a brokered record, whatever. It took some time to figure him out, but eventually, I did take him down and get the trophy. Actually, from what I remember, I think the trophy actually bugged out on me, so I had to beat him a second time. I just don't remember how I did it. 1 trophy left, and then we are all done. Last but not least, it's time to take on the final super boss for the Final Fantasy X remaster, the Ultimate Penitence. This was the ultimate test of skill and knowledge of this game. This fight took me over an hour of concentration. You need to focus down the arm so that you don't get hit by his end-all ultimate attack, while using Dispel on the people who gets hit by his other attack because it apparently debuffs them. This guy takes a lot of concentration, but with patience and strategy, you can take him down. He's not an overall terrible fight as long as you're paying attention, but still, don't go into this guy expecting an easy victory. With him going down, that meant the end of this very, very long journey. Getting the Platinum Trophy on this game was an ultimate achievement for me. I looked at a truly intimidating trophy list that I never thought that I could do, but with sheer determination, I pushed myself to do what I always wanted to do. These are the trophies that I love to go after, the ones that truly push you to do the things that you did not think you could achieve. And this all ends in a stream of euphoria and dopamine that ends in a quite entertaining reaction. And that kind of feeling is truly fantastic, hence why I'm so stubborn, and why I love trophy hunting like this. Doing this kind of stuff makes me feel fantastic once I eventually get it done. Sure, it's a few pixels on a video game screen, but even that, if it's worth an achievement to you, and it makes you feel good, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it being video games, art, writing, anything like that. If it's something that you are truly passionate on and will make you feel good in doing, take it on. Keep going. You never know what you can achieve. Anyways, I love this game and I'm truly glad I did it, but I will never be doing this again. But if you're wondering why I did all this, it was for this one reaction that will truly be my favorite reaction of all time. It was a reaction that basically stated 2 whole months of work and pain finally coming to an end. So here you go. Here's the reaction you've all been waiting for. If you can do something that will get you this type of reaction and it makes you feel better in the end, do it. Don't let anyone else hold you back. While this might not be as achieving, I don't know, a Dark Souls level boss with an extremely high difficulty curve, for me, this was something truly remarkable and I'm so glad that I did this. So here's my reaction. Judge me away. I'll see y'all next time. Yes! 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 Holy fuck! Yes! Did I still heal? Yes! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god. That took me an hour and 12 minutes. Dark matter. Oh shit. And I got excited.